Hi, this is Lance Culver, and this is going to be a TyFlow tutorial. In this video, I'll be adding a tire deformation effect to a Tybind vehicle rig. This video is part of a series I've uploaded on how to create a vehicle rig using Tybinds. So if you haven't had a chance to watch one of those videos, I would recommend maybe pausing this one and checking one of those out first so you can set your rig up. You can click the link that's on the screen now or check the description below. So if you followed along in the previous video, your rig will look something like this. Shut off this chassis. Depending on how your rig is set up, if you do not have these rear knuckles, you will need to go ahead and add those. And you can simply create two boxes and then create two tie binds and align them to the tires and apply a tie bind settings and then enable the limits and the twist settings. And that'll lock those particles in place and prevent any rotation. And those will be needed for later in the effect. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove the tires from the tie actor. I'm also going to remove the skin modifier from these tires. I'm going to take one of these here and explode the group. This may not be necessary for your model, but it'll be easier for me to set this one up this way. I'm going to go ahead and attach these other parts here and isolate. Alright, now go to Create, down to Space Warps, Geometric Deformable, FFD Cylinder. Align the FFD to the tire. And then increase the sides to maybe 32 and the radial to, let's say, 10 and decrease the height. Next, a space warp bind to bind the tire to the FFD. And now I'm going to take a minute here and adjust a few of these points. I'll probably exaggerate it a little bit for the effect of it, but you'll be able to get the idea. Alright, next I want to make a copy of this tire and FFD. Slide them back over here and align it to this back tire. That is one of these. This one, I'll go ahead and delete that. Make a copy of this one as well. Rotate it around 180 degrees. And align it to this tire. Alright, and one more time, make a copy, align it to the front here, and then delete that last one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut these FFDs off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and select all four of these tires, apply a tie particle skin, and then select TyFlow. I have the tires on group 3. I'm also going to make this unique and then select each of these and reinitialize skin. Alright, I'll turn TyFlow back on, and let's see. Alright, so now the particle skins are working. If for some reason one of yours got left behind, just reinitialize the skin. Alright, so the particle skins are working, but you can see that it's deforming the object in a weird way, and that's because the FFDs are staying in place. First we need to turn the rig back on for a second, shut these tires off, and we need to select the tire knuckles, add a tie properties, create a new channel called knuckle dummies, leave the value at 1. Open TyFlow back up here, add another property test, change the test type to custom float. We'll test true if it equals 1. We'll change the channel to knuckle dummies. Create a new event here. We'll rename it knuckle dummies. Connect that to the property test, and we're going to add a display data, which will by default show us the birth ID. All right. So we have 20, 19, 10, and 12. Go to create, helpers, point. Create a couple points. Go to the animation tab, down to transform, select this little button, and assign a type particle controller. I'm going to choose the TyFlow, and here under particle ID, I'm going to add one of those birth IDs. I'll start with 12, and then same thing for this one. I'm going to add a type particle controller, select TyFlow, and add one of the birth IDs. And I'll repeat that for both of these. Alright, so now we have 4 points that are locked on to these knuckle dummies. And since these two here are locked in place there, they only move with this axle. Those points will be stuck with those tires and they won't rotate, they'll just sit there. These two don't rotate, at least not, they don't spin, but they do rotate as the wheels turn for the steering mechanism. And those points will as well. So you can see this point and this point are turning with that tire, but not spinning with it. You can turn these FFDs back on and simply link those to the appropriate point. Shut these points out too. Okay, one last thing here. You can see that the tires, since I squished them at the bottom, they're not riding on the ground. You can select all 4 of the tire dummies and then scale them down, but make sure the gizmo's on local. That's going to conclude this video. I really appreciate you taking the time today to watch. If there's any problems or if you're not getting the correct results, feel free to leave a comment. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, I hope you have a great day. Take care. Thanks again.